What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Kickback Conversations. I'm your boy, Brandon Scott. Man, we got a show for you today. I know all of you guys have been talking about this Red Table Talk featuring Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. It's been all the rage, and we just don't know all the complexities of their relationship. But in this podcast, we're going to actually discuss literally what Will and Jada did not say. What three things that they did not say. And I feel like there's a lot of things to unpack here. You know, number one, when you think about their relationship, this is a couple that we've grown up with, right? We know Will and Jada because we've seen their growth. We've been a part of their relationship, it would seem, for a number of years. You know, from our first introduction to Will as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, before that as this rapper who still has a all-time great classic song called Summertime. Shout out to my sister Summer, who used to play it every summer because it had her name in it. And it was just one of those things that it was just made you feel good. So we've always kind of had this feeling about Will Smith, like, man, he's that guy. We really like him, you know, he's a good brother and that kind of thing. Then when he got with Jada Pinkett, Jada was like that girl who had that street edge a little bit from Baltimore that we really liked, and we just liked their dynamic. You know, it seemed like they had a really good dynamic. It was a couple that we could root for. That was, they were just like cool people, like people that you really wanted to say, wow, you know, I really like who they are and what they stand for. So yeah, so long story short, they're a couple that we could root for, a couple that we liked. Jada Pinkett, you know, she's been in some like all-time, you know, just classic movies that we have enjoyed for the culture. Movies like Set It Off, you know, that we really enjoyed, and we just like them. So three things I want to just tell you guys right now that I feel like are so important. Number one is, I really feel that Will didn't say he was hurt. You know, he kind of talked about how he didn't really want to deal with Jada at that time. He thought he was done with her, but he didn't really say, you know, that hurt me. You know, he kind of gave voice to, like, there's nothing you can do in this marriage that I won't love you from and all that. But I feel like as men, we need to hear that. We need to hear sometimes, like, yo, you did that. You know, you did these things that really hurt me. I didn't like that. I didn't like how you moved. This was a young man that we invited in our family, and you just kind of like, you know, went there with. And even if we were on a separated break or what have you, I did not like that. That was hurtful. I don't feel like Will ever communicated that. And I feel like we need to hear that as men, because many times, men, we act like things don't affect us. You know, like, man, I'm good, bruh. Like, that ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to, you know, me, champ. You know what I'm saying? You know how many women I get. You know how I do all this other stuff. Nah, man, sometimes you hurt. Sometimes you need to have your Drake moment, you know, and just keep it 100 out here. And I think he needed to express that for the culture, for men also, to understand that you can be in a relationship with somebody and this woman do something that really hurts you, really gets under your skin, and you didn't like it. I think that was an opportunity that was missed by Will Smith, and I hope that as, you know, time goes on, more men, we will speak out and talk about, you know, that young lady hurting us. Like, we didn't like how that happened. We didn't like how that went down. And I feel like that was an opportunity that was definitely missed by Will Smith. Number two, Jada and Will didn't mention what they would do different in helping someone in the future, right? So you addressed, yeah, this happened to us. Yeah, August was really sick. You know, he was not in a good place. We helped him, right? They didn't go into all the specifics of what they did to help August, which I can respect, because I feel like sometimes you don't want to, you know, necessarily go there with someone, and you're like, you know, that's that person's personal business. So I'm not going to say anything, but they didn't mention that at all, like what was really going on, what was really happening. And but if that happened again, if there was somebody who came into our lives in some kind of way, our kid's friend or a family member's cousin or niece, nephew, whatever, how do we help that person, but do things different and establishing certain boundaries? Because it sounded like me, and this is the thing I get, the sense I get from Will and Jada often, is that they do not have any established boundaries that they live under and that their kids live under. It doesn't seem that way. It seems like everything is open for negotiation, for arbitration. Like everything is just this thing that we can do whatever with. And I think every healthy relationship needs some layer of boundary. Like it's just something that we need. So that was something that I saw that I was like, don't really know about that. Thirdly, I believe that they didn't mention how the entanglement affected their children who know August. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. You have two kids who are in the who you raised, shout out to Jaden and Willow, who, they were around him, maybe friendly with him. We don't know. Like, they were people that knew August Alsina, and he's hanging out with them on family vacations and trips and all kind of stuff like that. And you think of this person as in a certain light, just talk about your own family. Like if you had somebody who was the family friend that was going through a tough time and they came on a vacation with y'all and y'all had some talks and chilled and what have you, and then you find out that your mom's is messing with dude on your, what I'm saying? Your dad was on the vacation too. Y'all were just jet skiing with buddy, and now, he over here having an entanglement with your mom. That's not a good look. So I think they needed to address that. I understand it might be a family matter and they didn't want to go into it with their kids, but you need to talk about how that affected your children, because you, by your action, by what you did, you brought something into the forefront that your kids have to now deal with. It's public knowledge now. Your kids have to deal with, hey, this is what happened, this is what went down. So I don't think they handled that well at all. I don't think they dealt with that well at all. And I hope that they can get to a point of understanding and dealing with that, because they did not deal with that at all. So my question would be is, how did that make Jaden feel? How did that make Willow feel? Like, did that make them feel some kind of way? Did they know that their parents were separated? Was that kind of thing? And I guarantee you right now, I'm not gonna hold anybody, but if your parent is separated, the last person you think they're gonna get with is your friend. I mean, you think they're gonna be on like eHarmony or something, or they gonna go out here and meet somebody from the church or colleague or whoever, I don't know, but you last person you think they're gonna be with is your boy or your girl, homegirl. So I think that was a very strange thing, but maybe it wasn't. We know that the Smith household, a lot of things that seem strange to everybody else seem very normal to them, but I think they needed to talk about that and how it affected their children, how it affected how they process things. And I don't think that they dealt with that at all. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with is, I really feel that Will and Jada have a distinct opportunity now. They talked about, kind of in a joking way, we ride together, we die together, bad marriage for life. But what does that mean? Does that mean that if you're in a bad marriage and you're unhappy, you just stay and you deal with those things? Does that mean that you seek professional help? Does that mean that you need a relationship mentor, to help you with some of those things? A couple that's been, has gone through some of these things, that's been around for a little longer than you have. How are you safeguarding your marriage? Because obviously, this is only a few years ago. There were some holes. There were some different things in your marriage that were not working. And as a result of them not working, they also affected other people named August Alsina, named Willow and Jaden, and other people that we might not even know might have been affected by what Jada described as like, her being in a hurt place and not dealing with those past hurts, and why Jada didn't feel she could talk to Will about these things. Where was Will in all of this, where she didn't feel like she could connect with him on that level, and he could be understanding of some of those past hurts and things that she dealt with from her past after them being together for over 20 years at that point. So these are some of the questions I have. I know y'all have a bunch of questions. I know entanglement is now part of the culture because Jada is out here saying stuff like entanglement. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your feelings on what you feel like. You feel like Will and Jada address those things, and in the comments, definitely leave and drop something and say, hey, I feel like they should have dealt with this or should have dealt with that, because I feel like there's a lot of things there to unpack and deal with that I think they dealt with some of those things, but a lot of things they left hanging, and I think we need to know that, so that hopefully that can help our relationships and we can be better for the culture. All right, y'all, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You see it right there, and we appreciate you. Kickback Conversations now on Spotify, so if you want to listen to us on audio, you definitely can do that as well. And please continue to support. We have a campaign coming up right now called Dollar in a Dream. Dollar in a Dream is on our Patreon page, patreon.com, kickback/kickback conversations. I believe that's it. And basically what that is all about is you can be a part of, just for $1 a month, you can be a part of a Dollar in a Dream. And Dollar in a Dream is what we're going to do to actually help small Black businesses, small businesses. So if you have friends, you have neighbors, you have people, in the community who have a business that really, really resonates with you and they just need some financial support, what we're doing with the Dollar in a Dream campaign is actually, if you are a member, if you are giving $1 every single month, then you are eligible to nominate somebody that you know who has a small business, who we will then, from the pot of money, give a percentage of that to that business to support them. And we're gonna be doing it quite often. So please, please, please support that. I know times are tough, but it's only $1, right? We waste $1 all the time, you know what I mean? It's not even a Solid Struggles commercial, like I'm saying, for 35 cents a week. Like, this is literally just $1 once a month. You can bless somebody and bless somebody that you might even know, who has a business, who has an idea, has something that they're trying to get off the ground and move positively forward. We want to be a part of that and be a part of the blessing that is. All right. So I appreciate you. We will see you guys next time. Holla at your boy. It's your boy Brandon Scott again. Kickback Conversations. Peace.